Ben, how do you react to that game this afternoon?
Frustrated, really frustrated. Not really went in terms of what we wanted to do to them. Didn't go to plan at all. Big moments in the game, kind of define the game, which is exactly what we didn't want to do in our performance. The goal at a stroke at half time, 20 seconds before half time is an absolute kill, and we didn't react to it second half. Not enough energy in the performance. Biggest thing, not enough belief. We knew kind of what they were going to do and how they were going to set up and what they were going to come and do to us, but we didn't counter-attack that with what anywhere near enough stuff with what we wanted to do to them. Like I said, it felt flat, it felt lacklustre, and it was a disappointing game for us.
Yeah, we just said off camera that this is what Sutton United do, and they did this last season as well.
Yeah, fair play to them. They're a big side. The one thing we did do was nullify their threats in terms of set plays and balls into the box. We did that well. I thought, like I said, when we went 1-0 up, and even though we hadn't played well, we had a couple of chances to maybe go 2, and it's a different game. And then the biggest moment comes just before half time, which is massively disappointing for us. We don't deal with that well enough. But then, like I said, can't define the second half, and we just played with not enough energy. Second half, not enough belief, not positive enough, and the game fizzled out, which played into their hands.
You must be very disappointed as well with the way the last few games performances have been under yourself and Sean, and then you get today.
Yeah, well, we've done it for what we've done for 4 weeks. We were 6 unbeaten when we took over, so the lads were flat, were lacking confidence. That's the one thing I think we have done is bigged them up and got them going. We've got some good stuff into them attacking wise, played some good football, some good patterns, but today I thought that at times we just kind of didn't have enough belief, didn't push enough men forward, and ultimately fizzled out for us, which was a disappointing thing. As a whole performance from 1 minute to 90, and as a game, it was poor, it was rubbish, it was not anything what we wanted. There was little bits of stuff, and when the disappointing thing, whenever we did kind of do what we wanted, and when we did believe in it, we created the goal and got some chances, but as a whole, too flat. Yeah, we were off it today.
How much did you miss Danny Rose today?
Yeah, you always miss your best players. I thought, especially second half, there was. We prepped all week. We knew what was going to happen. Donny gives us something different in terms of running behind, but at times, 100%, we missed Rose's guile and cleverness and holding the ball up and getting us up the pitch. And I thought second half, it just came back a little bit too easy. We couldn't really utilise Donny's threats enough, and we did miss Rosie 100%. But that's no excuse. There was people that came in who were ready to go, and we just didn't implement what we wanted to on them at all.
And then second half, you kind of think you'd kick on and improve, but it never really happened.
No, second half we were poor. We were poor. Like I said, one thing, the goal before half time doesn't define what we do second half, and it kind of did in a bit. Energy-less, it was lacklustre. I thought, probably just said to another interview, probably hand on heart, it's the first time in the last couple of days they hear the speculation, lads, like we do, and think what's going on. I thought the performance was a bit reflective and a bit sort of worrying about what's happening off the pitch rather than focusing on the pitch. The preparation was spot on. We were fine. We were ready to go. But I just thought the couple of days leading into it was kind of, they're probably thinking about what's going on a little bit too much rather than concentrating on what they were trying to do on the pitch.
Yeah, and from a personal point of view, for yourself and Sean, if this is to be your last game,
it was a bad
in charge,
it wasn't
gone out like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a good one to go out on, was it? But again, like in terms of concentrating on, like I said, we've done 4 weeks and they're in a better place now than they were. They're ready to kick on. They've got a little bit of confidence back. But today's a backward step because the performance was not what we wanted. But now they've got to go home, have a nice day off tomorrow, and then go again Monday and see what Monday brings.
I guess the thing that fans will say is it's quite concerning that there's a performance like that against the bottom side. Would you agree with that?
Yes, yeah. But when they're bottom of the league, obviously, with no disrespect to them, they're down there for a reason. We had to try and take advantage of that, which we didn't. The one thing they do, it's never an easy game. They scrapped and they fought, and that's the disappointing thing, is that we didn't do anywhere near enough to them to win the game. Like I said, there was lacking of belief, and when a game's tight like that, you need a bit of individual sort of magic, a bit of like, I don't know, kind of a bit of belief, back yourself to go and try and do something, win the game. Again, we had a couple of little bits of moments second half, but nowhere near enough to go and implement what we wanted on them, and it ended up, like I said, fizzling out and being a disappointing result for us.
But we know the players can do it because they have done in the last few weeks.
Yeah, they have, yeah, but that's the consistency thing. We have to find a better consistency. Like I said before, when we took over, they were flat, they were low, we couldn't win a game. We've made some steps in the right direction, but now we need to make a lot more in the right direction if we're going to progress forward to where we want to be.
Yeah, tough game against MK Dons coming up as well. They're going to have to play better than that.
Yeah, completely contrasting styles in terms of today Sutton were very sort of direct, physical. MK Dons are completely the other opposite. They pass. So, like I said, we'll see in terms of what will happen in terms of someone coming in, whether there'll be someone in place for that game. We don't know. We believe that we're close to appointing someone. So, but in terms of a game, it's a completely and utterly different game than today was.
Yeah, it's kind of the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
You know, with a new manager possibly coming in, we don't know yet. How do you reflect on the last few weeks, Ben?
But positive. There's always stuff you can improve on 100%. It's been a fantastic learning curve for me and Sean. Lads have bought into it, and on the whole have done well. Like I said today, it would have been lovely to, if it is our last game, to finish off with a win to hand it over. But it wasn't to be. But I suppose you're 5 unbeaten, but there's two or three, a couple of games there we thought we could have won rather than drawn. Just a little bit more belief, a little bit more nous, and had to take the handbrake off a little bit, and we believed we'd have got that.
And just aside from the game today, we had the fans forum last night. Was that a good experience for yourself and Sean?
Yeah, brilliant. And it was great to have interaction with like the fans and sit in a room full of people and just ask the questions of what they want to know, especially on from me and Sean on the football side of it, how we're trying to do it, what we're trying to do. Like I said, today hasn't come off for us. It just the changes we made didn't really bring an impact to the game. The game was flat. But yeah, on the whole, last night it was great to interact with people and get them to ask the questions to see what we're trying to do.